So next on the list of headlines that we got to pay attention to is why Toronto's stalled condo market will make the city's housing shortage even worse. Now, we've been talking about what's going on. The condo market in Toronto and parts of the GTA is absolutely melting down. All of these shoebox condos that have been built and the pre-built are all being problematic as they come online. People are not able to qualify for mortgages. They can't rent them out. They don't have the option to assign anymore. Nobody's buying assignments, even stuff that's discounted ridiculously. And a lot of people are just literally walking away from their down payment, which sounds easy. Not that it's easy to walk away that money, but of course, some developers are going after the buyer. So this is becoming a bigger and bigger mess by the week. But what's interesting about all of this and what caught my attention on this, construction starts are trending less than 10,000 for the current year as developers abandon projects, but Toronto needs 30 to 40,000 a year to satisfy population growth. So the article goes on to say that when you look at the 30 to the 40,000 just to satisfy the population growth, 23,900 condos and purpose-built rentals are projected to be complete in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area in 2027, a 10,000 unit decline from 2024. An Urbanation project shows, and numbers will continue to spiral downwards. That 10,000 has recently been actually given an update, which is more like 7,500. So here's a couple of things that we have to pay attention to when we see this. Number one, we understand that, yes, this is interesting that eventually condo investors will come back around and we'll start to see things happen. Prices are coming off in a lot of those particular projects, if you will, or those in the condo market, but not a ton. They're going back to 2019, 2020 early, certainly not back to the all-time highs. Now, aside from all of that, when we look into the future, they see shortages given the population coming into Ontario, and our government doesn't seem to be tapping the brake on those immigration policies. Although they talk about it, it's not really happening. Here's the thing. Construction is all but stopped. There is no construction happening. Builders are literally shutting projects down. Many builders have gone and developers have gone broke. They're declaring bankruptcies. These are all bad news scenarios without question. And add to that the construction jobs. And man, we've been talking about this for 18 months. This construction job issue is going to be more problematic. We're going to start to see the unemployment, specifically in Ontario, start to tick up. Now, if you bought a pre-built, I don't even know what to say to support you in kind of getting out of the problem or having that issue. These are not good times for condo investors, no question about it. More money in is the only solution to that problem. But if you're in Ontario, it would be interesting to see and hear your perspective. As I talk to people who are in the trenches, they just shake their head. They're going, it is melting down. It's going to get far worse before it gets better. I also see the ripple effect of that, which is not just construction jobs, but we have to look at the jobs that support any given transaction. And that's from lawyers who are now being busy with bankruptcies more than they're being busy with transactions, perhaps. But it really is that whole sector starts to slow down because deals aren't being done. Not good news for Ontario. Now, we go back to what we've talked about also on top of this, and I just want to highlight it. This is the condo market. This doesn't speak to single family, small multis. That market continues to be high demand, but because the math doesn't pencil, not a lot of units getting built. As a matter of fact, we've said before that detached unit or even semi-detached are on the decline when it comes to building in Canada. So for us as investors, I keep linking it back to us. What does it mean to us? For me, from my perspective, what it means is demand will continue to be there. The hard asset called real estate, store value, and that asset will be appreciation given the demand isn't going away. So these are things to consider. Stay focused on the detached, semi-detached, single family, small multi-market, and you'll continue to do well. Hard to find those deals. I get it. keep digging. The deals are there. I'm talking to investors almost weekly that are doing deals, finding great deals, because there is definitely some motivated vendors out there. So pay attention. Make sure you've got the right investor-focused realtor on your team. You'll do exceptionally well. So if you like what you learned here, go to the description below and subscribe for our free Insiders newsletter, where you can also stay up to date for our upcoming events and our courses.